Welcome back to Solynod Hex, everyone. Today we are holding session number 424, and today's session is sponsored by our patrons and donors. Thank you very much, patrons and donors, for your generous pledges and donations. We wouldn't have dynamic lighting without you, and some really cool tokens, and hopefully in the future, weather. We're gonna have weather as soon as those folks down at Roll20 can make that weather layer. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's man, they delayed it a couple of years now, so can't wait for that. But anyways, when we last, oh, players, that's time. If you haven't done your experience points, go ahead and add 424 points for showing up on time. Thank you very much for showing up on time. Yeah, session 424. And let's jump right back into the swamp, where the Order of the Superior Star was searching for a temple. So we were in Central Adria region map. And for our viewers, Adria is my version of Fantasy Asia. See, last time we played, I think you guys were planning on moving through the hills southwest to the other bit of swamp that you can see in your vision radius. We had just had an encounter with, let's see.
The lights and the gargantua moths.
Yeah. I think the moths were the last. So that was uh, 12 a.m. September 17th. Find September 16th. Yep, Shinengaki. And then at midnight, the Moth Gargantua. Alright, so we were on Tropical Swamp B. I believe. Or had we moved on? Yeah, we moved on. We moved on to Temperate Swamp A, I think.
We had just finished an encounter close to the edge of the swamp, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the map you guys are on.
This looks like the last encounter we were at.
Okay. And you had just, alright, so music. Alright, so that's midnight, so I'll put the, you just, you hadn't slain it yet, right?
We
No.
got him with a hold monster.
That's right.
And the T-Rex got him.
Okay, so
We fed young.
find group, XP.
We got the XP for that.
Okay, so Gargantua. Group XP 1. Insectoid Gargantua. And you got the XP for the larva and... Okay, yep, that was the end of last session. Alright, so this guy needs to go on the map. And there was one larva left that had surrendered. That's right.
Yeah.
But you guys slew it because I gave you. No, I don't think you slew it. I think it's still there. It's still alive. Right?
Yeah, I
Y'all
think
might want
so.
some dessert.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna put it to the back. There we go. Yeah, so time now is it's like 12:03. Oh, 12:05. Go ahead and roll base size initiative for your player characters. And I will put Dante on the GM layer. There we go. And Tenzi must have stepped away, so I'll roll.
Nope. I'm still on the area map.
You're still on the area map?
Yeah, I don't have a token. There we go. Just made it.
There we go. Okay. Alright, so time now is 12:05. And first up is Tenzi and Company.
We're going to. Everyone in my party is going back into the tower except for Musashi because he's on guard duty now.
Alright.
That'll be a first.
And then Shandrak and Company.
All right. Gargamel will just let Yong fill his belly until he's content, and
Alright. On the caterpillar?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you slay the caterpillar outright, and it is delicious, you can tell, because he just kind of mows down on it. Whoops. There we go. Alright, anything else for Shandrak and Company?
Yeah, also Shandrak will just come out of the tower and look for Anatar, and then when he sees him, Shandrak will say, Hey, do you mind if I borrow that Demonomicon? I'd like to read it some more while we're here for the night.
Kind of looks at you, like kind of squints his eyes and says, "Okay."
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, there could be
hand it
something
to you.
helpful in there.
Sure, Cutter.
Maybe something we missed. You never know.
I'll give it to you.
Chandrak will thank him and just start to head back into the tower for now.
Okay, so Demonomicon of Igwell, copy number 3, edit, and we've got Chandrak. Save changes. Chandrak's about to get torment. Whee! That was like the ultimate spell in Planescape Torment.
I
like-
probably can't cast it then.
You're definitely smart enough. You just gotta gain a few
Smart
levels.
enough.
Gotta gain a few levels, I think.
Well, you know, you need to read it over first.
Yeah. Okay, so anything else for Shandrak Company?
Yeah, Chandrak will just he'll go on to the second floor of the tower.
Okay. So what I gotta do for that is actually slightly expand the size of the map, the width by like another probably 10 cells. Oh, I didn't put a rectangle around this one. I usually put a rectangle around, so let's see. 100. Save settings. Okay, and then polygon line, wall, yellow, and extra large. Whoa, why is it? Went back to black. Oh, I have to click OK. It sucks. Alright. And no. Alright, now I can expand it. $110 cells wide. Save settings. Okay. And then we go into spells and magic items. Change to the map layer and grab second floor. Alright, and then the light. Paste it. And that's about right. And grab your token. Or Superior Star. Chandrak. And move you on to the second floor. Alright, there you go.
Thank
And then
you.
just go ahead and delete your old token.
Alright. And that'll be all for me.
Okay. And we've got Asher and company.
Oh yeah, so Anatar gives Chandrak the book, and slowly everyone starts making their way back to where they originally were. People on guard shift. Kind of looking away from the from the insect juice dripping from Yang's maw.
Hmm. Yeah, it's like green and white and slimy.
Ambambos is going to attempt to continue hiding in shadows while he finishes his guard shift. Yeah, he's gonna try to move silently. Yeah, where he was.
Okay. So everyone's just kind of going back to their business.
Yeah, just
Okay.
doing our stuff.
And so Chandrak, are you going to cast Read Magic?
Yeah, I'm gonna flip through the book, and when I
Okay.
find something arcane, cast Read Magic.
All right. So the book kind of works because it's a magic item. It kind of works like a scroll. Each of the spells in the book is written on one page, but if you roll to learn it, when you translate it, you use your page roll for the pages, the amount of pages.
So you do use your page roll if you copy one of these spells.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Just like if you were copying it from a scroll, same rule applies. Because it's an actual magic item. So it only takes you like 5 minutes to read or was there 7 of them? Let's see.
Three are divine.
Yeah, he can't read the divine ones. They don't make any sense to him, even with read magic. Read magic only makes sense of arcane magic. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spells, of course, 6 in the book that you can read. So it's banishment. It says banishment 7, but there's only one banishment. It's just the banishment spell. Binding 8. It's just binding. Dismissal 5. It's just dismissal. And then there's Dolor, Ensnarement, and Torment.
I'd like to try to read binding and banishment and dismissal first, if I can.
It doesn't say what spell is what. I'm just telling you. After 6 rounds
okay.
of
No
reading,
problem. No problem.
you read the first spell that you read is banishment, and then you read binding, and then dismissal, and then Dolor, and then ensnarement, and then torment. It takes you 6 minutes because everyone else is just going back to their thing. So you take 6 turns back to back, and that's what you read.
Okay.
And you understand. Let's see. What's your maximum spell level right now? 6th or 7th?
I'm so smart. I don't have a max spell level. Oh no, sorry. Max spell level is 6. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So
No. My max spell level is 5. Still working on getting to 12. So my max level is 5.
all right. So let's see. Abjur is the priest one, so you don't understand that. Exactions level 7. Henley's Digit of Disruption, I think, is also the priest. So dismissal is level 5. You could learn that. Yep, that's a wizard spell, and I think that's in the player's handbook. Pretty sure. Could be wrong though. And then Dolor is level 5, and that's one of the fun ones. I'll put it that way. Let's see. Ensnarement's level 6, so that's beyond you. Banishment was one of the priest ones, right? Nope, Banishment is the first wizard one, so Banishment's level 6, so that's beyond you. No, it's level 7, sorry. And then Torment's only level 7. Yeah, Torment's only level 7. So you're going to get that a lot quicker than I thought. That's a fun one. And then, let's see, Binding is level 8. Oh, okay, the Roman numerals are the actual spell level. Okay. Except they don't put them on Dolor or Torment. But yeah, Banishment is 7. Binding is level 7. Dismissal is level 5. Dolor, I think, was level 5. Ensnarement is 6. Yeah. And Torment is 7. So right now you could learn Dismissal and Dolor. So the range on Dolor is only 10 feet. Casting time is 5. Duration is 2 rounds. Area of effect is 1 creature, so you have to be really close to them. Components are verbal, somatic. By reading the spell aloud, a wizard attempts to force obedience from a hostile creature from another plane. The creature receives no saving throw versus spell when cast, nor does magic resistance protect it. However, the spell has no effect on deities or divine beings. So divine beings would probably include celestials. Deities or divine beings probably include celestials, yeah. The spell inflicts increasingly severe pain to the creature, causing it to save versus spell or obey the caster's orders. The creature's save is modified by the spell's effects. The spell creates unease in the creature during the reading of the spell, causing it to save against the caster's requests at -1. The following round, the creature becomes nervous and filled with doubts, causing a -2 to the save against the caster's demands. On the last round of effect, the creature feels a dull, all-encompassing dolor, which is pain in Spanish, causing a -3 to saves versus the caster's commands. This spell is dangerous to the caster as well as the creature, for it is a test of mind and will. If the creature's intelligence is higher than the wizard's, the creature has a chance of charming and dominating as the psionic discipline the wizard during the time the spell is read. It can use this attack even if it normally has no mental attack at all. This chance is 5% per point of intelligence higher than the spellcaster. If the creature succeeds in charming the spellcaster, it will punish with the wizard as its alignment requires. If the spellcaster is interrupted or distracted during the casting of the spell, the creature will automatically be able to dominate the wizard. The verbal component of the spell must include the type of creature and its personal name, if any. And of course, you have to have the book to read it aloud. So it's a risky spell. It's one of those ones where you have to have the book in order to cast it. And you have to have the personal name of the creature, which takes like research. It's like spell research.
Okay. Interesting.
And then dismissal. The range is 10 feet. Casting time is 1. Duration is permanent. Saving throw negates, so they get a saving throw versus spell to just blep. Area of effect is 1 creature. By means of the spell, the wizard attempts to send a creature from another plane back to its own plane. The creature's magic resistance, if any, must be overcome before the spell takes effect, so they get a saving throw and magic resistance roll. The wizard must name the type of creature to be dismissed and must speak its personal name, if any. So I thought this was in Player's Handbook. Let's see. Find dismissal. 5th level wizard spell, Player's Handbook. Yeah. By means of this spell, a wizard on the prime material plane seeks to force or enable creature from another plane of existence to return to its proper plane. Magic resistance, if any, it's checked to the spell is used to force a being home. If the resistance fails, the caster's level is compared to the creature's level or hit dice. If the wizard's level is higher, the difference is subtracted. The creature's die roll for its saving throw versus spell. Wow. If the creature desires to be returned to its home plane, no saving throw is necessary. If the spell is successful, the creature is instantly whisked away, but the spell has a 20% chance of actually sending subject to a plane other than its own. So this one is a special form of dismissal because there's no creature's hit dice are higher in difference between. Yeah, this one's a weaker form of dismissal because you have to have the personal name of the creature. The material component is any item that is distasteful to the subject creature. Verbal, somatic, and material. If the spell is successful, the creature is immediately whisked away. If there's a 20% chance it will be sent to a plane other than its own, determined randomly. The verse of the spell is beckon. Attempts to conjure a creature from another plane. This one is reversible though. You can learn dismissal and then use beckon, which it lets you conjure a creature from another plane. The type of creature and the personal name, if any, must be spoken in the spell. Magic resistance is checked only if the creature has no personal name. Okay. The creature's saving throw is determined as in the dismissal spell. If the creature fails its save, it is immediately transported to the spellcaster's location. Okay, so I gotcha. This spell is so powerful. It can be used to summon like demon lords, and stuff like that. Like, what are they called? If you wanted to summon one of the you remember pit fiends when you guys were fighting devils?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's like in hell there's a group of 8 pit fiends. They're called the Dark 8, and they're like in charge of hell when Asmodeus is not there. And each one has a name. They're actually named in a couple of different books. And if you wanted to summon one of those particular pit fiends, you could use Beckon. And you'd have to find out one of their names to do that. Otherwise, you could just use it to summon any random pit fiend monster that isn't one of the Dark 8. Just by knowing that they are pit fiends. You don't have to have their personal name, apparently. And it could be under your control once it arrives or whatever. The material components of the spell vary with the form of the spell. Items which are despised by the creature are used for a dismissal. Items which are pleasing or desirable are used for a beckon spell. Certain arcane books are rumored to exist that allow an enhanced chance of success for this spell. Interesting. So this is like a different version of dismissal from the one in the player's handbook. It's more powerful, but it's not. Yeah.
Interesting.
And it's only level 5.
Interesting.
Of the 6 spells that you read, those are the 2 that you can, wrap your head around. All right. Anything else before going back to your regular?
Yeah, while Chandrak's doing that, Jim and Varen will just be using up some healing slots to get Varen
Okay.
back to full.
You can go ahead and go through 6 rounds worth right now.
Yeah.
And then anything that Tenzi wanted to do for 6 rounds?
I'm just checking to see if any of my guys are hurt. If they do the same.
All right. So you can go ahead and roll 6 rounds worth of spells.
And Gargamon will look down at Jim and say, Young still has a few scratches too when you're done.
Jim is concentrating, but he nods.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Shandak's group doesn't have a healer yet, right?
No.
All right. So I'll just go through 6 rounds, I guess. So it'll be 12, 11. Okay, so that'd be -4. First up is Tenzi. 6 rounds later. Tenzi and company, that is.
Asher will just finish up his heals, and that'll be a friend.
All right. Chandrak and company. 6 rounds later.
Yeah, I will try to copy the banishment spell.
All right.
So I can't click on my token though because so I don't know if it's the maybe the vision on my token, but when I deleted my old one, I can't see my new one anymore.
Okay. Your new one is right here.
Oh, there it is. Okay. There it is. Thank you.
And the cool thing about the copy spell is you don't actually use it up if you fail to learn the spell. You roll to learn the spell first, and then it takes up a copy spell.
That was only 7 for Yong. Is he still scratched up?
Oh, 7?
Stop. Or that's fine. I want to know if he needed it.
Nope, that's perfect.
Cool.
Sorry. What? I'm just gonna look at what's the freaking school for the copy spell.
The all right.
You don't actually have to roll it. You can just
Oh.
roll to learn the spell, and then
Oh,
if
right.
it's successful, then you X off 1 copy.
Right.
But I think it is evocation. And I don't understand why. Like, to me, that should be, like, alteration. Or universal. I think universal would be the most appropriate, because every wizard should be able to cast copy.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, 10 pages.
that's rough. Let's see.
Andrew will be carrying a library.
I know. I wish it was at least 9. If it was 9, I would have perfectly filled one of my books. That's fine.
That's
That will
actually
go-
Very
maximum.
strong.
That will go in my new book, the Dead Book.
All right. And that comes with the reverse of the spell. What was it called?
Beckoning, it was called, I think.
Beckon, yeah. So you don't have to write that in there. But when you learn a spell, you also know its reversed version. So you can use that to summon lower planar creatures to serve you.
Oh, that's what we got something to do if we get bored one night.
Or if you want to be funny and like summon a pit fiend while you're in a boss fight with some demon lords, you know.
So that'll be Chandrak's whole turn, and my other guys are just keeping watch.
Alright. So go ahead and set yourselves up for 3 o'clock in the morning.
I would also like to try to learn Dolor.
Okay, go ahead and roll. You do have 2 copy spells, right?
Yeah, I was planning on trading with Dante, but apparently he needs to think about it a little bit more. That's better.
So that's what would probably be used in conjunction with beckon. Like once you actually beckon something, you'd want to cast Dolor on it to like force it to, because Dolor is essentially, I mean, it's evocation, but it's essentially a charm spell. I mean, it does what, domination and charming effects. Yeah. I don't understand why that's evocation. That should totally be a charm spell. But it's a powerful charm spell. It's probably the same level as domination itself, right? The spell.
Yeah, I think normal Dom is
Let's see,
fifth level.
fun. Domination. 5th level wizard spell. When a spell is cast, subject must roll a saving throw or spell, a penalty of -2, but wisdom adjustments apply. So domination only applies a -2 to the save versus spell, but Dolor can apply up to -3 on the 3rd round. Spell creates unease in the creature during the reading of the spell, causing to save against the caster's requests at -1. Following around, the creature becomes nervous and filled with doubts, causing a -2 to the save against the caster's demands on the last round of effect. Duration 2 rounds. Okay, so there's the casting round, and then 2 rounds after that. During the reading of the spell, the save is -1. Then on the 2nd round, when you're like telling him what to do, it's -2. And on the 3rd round, the save is -3. But it only works for 2 rounds. And domination is one of those ones that's it's like charm person. It lasts for, you know, months or years depending on the target's intelligence. So it's kind of a toss-up between domination and Dolor. Dolor can give up to a -3 to the save, but only works for 2 rounds. Domination can last a pretty long time depending on how smart the target is, and inflicts a -2 penalty only, and that's when the spell is cast. Yeah, saving throw negates. Oh, Dolor has no saving throw during. See, by reading a spell on a wizard, it attempts to force obedience from a hostile creature from another plane. Creature receives no saving throw versus spell when cast, nor does magic resistance protected. However, the spell has no effect.
Yeah,
on
I think you said
deities
that
or
save was
non-deities.
for the banishment. The last one you were talking about.
Nope, it's under Dolor. The spell inflicts increasingly severe pain to the creature, causing it to save versus spell or obey the caster's orders. The creature's save is modified by the spell's effects. But most, I mean, like, pit fiends are pretty smart, so their charm, if you were to charm them, would be like 2 days maximum.
Mm-hmm.
Or that's 2 days until they get another saving throw. Maybe even 1 day. I don't remember how smart they are. Might be 1 day. So Dolor is probably like a series of command spells, essentially, for 2 rounds. That's probably how it works. Save versus the caster's commands, yeah, like a command spell. Which is basically Charm Person, but for 1 round at a time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And there's, initially there's no save or magic resistance roll. You just cast it and bam, they are charmed. But when you command them, they get saving throws.
All right.
So you can use it to summon one of the named pit fiends, and then command them to give you the true name of one of the demon lords.
Well, no, you would use uh, the reverse of dismissal to summon them, and then use Delore to enslave them, but only up
Yep.
to 3 rounds. So,
Yeah, well, just to get information, like a true name or something, that's all you need.
well, in order to Delore them, you have to have their true name, if any, already. So, yeah. The verbal component of the spell must include the type of creature and its personal name, if any. So if you
Isn't the
wanted to,
personal name different than the true name?
no, that's what personal name means. True
Okay,
name.
thought that was different.
Yeah, I thought it was the name they give people. Their true name they never give to anyone. So like Demogorgon is his personal name, but he doesn't give his true name to anyone.
Just Brian.
No one must know.
It's the same thing. Like their personal. What's more personal than a personal name? You know, that's their true name. So if it's for a special demon or devil, yeah, you'd have to have their real name, and then dismissal if you want to beckon them. Same thing. Personal name, if any, must be spoken in the spell. The wording is different because it's a different author. Obviously, this was written by whoever wrote Lost Caverns of Soycanth. And then I don't even know where true name came from. I think that's just a term that I used, which is what they use in 5th edition now for these spells. But
The Lost Caverns written by Gary Gygax.
Yeah. Anything else for Shanrak and Company?
No. After that, I'll just take the book and bring it downstairs with everybody.
Okay. Just go ahead and drop a token downstairs, and I'll delete your. Well, you can delete your old token actually.
Oh yeah.
Weird. I saw your token. Oh, okay, you moved it. Gotcha. All right. Okay, so Shandrak comes downstairs with the Demonomicon. Anything else for Shandrak and Company?
Nope. That'll be all.
All right. Asher and Company.
No, just doing their guard shift, just waiting
All right.
for the night to end.
All right. So anything between now and 3 o'clock in the morning, or 5 o'clock in the morning?
Nope.
Okay. Let's see. When are we on the 15th? 16th. Alright, go ahead and place your tokens for the last guard shift at 5 a.m. So, like 2 hours before you guys leave. And I'm gonna do sun up. I think the sun would come up by 5 o'clock. Daylight mode on. And is everybody placed for 5 o'clock?
Yeah. Also, Shandrak will be hiding in shadows now.
5 o'clock, sorry.
Yeah, it's like sun is up, but there's still like a couple people sleeping apparently. Where is Shandrak?
On the right side of the tower.
Okay. All right. Enemy's modifier surprise you, probably on the level. Party's modifier surprise the enemy, probably give like a +1 because I don't think you have 20 people with you, but it's more than 10 creatures. And nobody's surprised. Counter distance. Swamp. Alright, so east of you. About 27 squares away. That is Bombosa.
Pat's been kind of hiding out, attempting to hide in shadows. And take all these prayer signs off.
Yep, let's see. Slow is gone. Prayer is gone. Tenzi's aid on Musashi. I think the extra hit points last for like an hour, so that's gone. And Karen Glor's fly was 103 minutes, so that's gone by now. Shandrak's enlarge was half an hour, so that's gone as well on Ashriel. So Ashriel's regular size. And Ryer's rally +1 to hit is done. Okay. So, by the light of the rising sun, off in the distance to the east, Bombosa can see 3 spiders. Let's see. Shift Z. They look like this. Big, fat, nasty spiders. They are not giant spiders. They are huge spiders. So they're medium creatures, about 6 feet in diameter. So they only take up 1 square because they're medium creatures. But they're called huge spiders. And they're coming at you kind of quick. at movement rate 18. And, you know, from what you know about spiders, they're probably hungry.
Looks like a couple of other of my characters can see him, like Brian Druid and Karen Glow are facing that way.
Yep.
Yep. So
Initiative.
they'll tell the party about it.
Yep. Lottie-dottie, everybody, initiative. And... time now is 5 a.m. September 17, 11 AE 5 -1. Baron casts Hold Animal. Okay. That's the only spell so far. Is anyone not done rolling?
I'm not done.
Okay. Area of effect is 4 5,200-pound mammals and or 1,300-pound non-mammals in a 40-foot cube. Saving throw negates. One animal gets -4. Two animals get -2. Three animals get -1. So they get a -1 to their save. And they definitely weigh less than 1,300 pounds. So if you can get all three of them, I'm pretty sure that they all fit in a 40-foot cube. Yep, they're about 35 feet apart.
Yeah, please. I don't think there's any way they're gonna get there in time. I was gonna see if I needed extra attacks, but Anatar can.
Nice. Looks like Chandrak's casting a fireball, and of course, when creatures are sleeping or held, they can automatically be slain. So if the spiders get hit by the hold animal first and then the fireball, Chandrak, you can automatically slay them with the fireball. I'm thinking your damage is gonna slay them anyways, because huge spiders are not as strong as giant spiders, and you guys have run into giant spiders a lot, I gotta say. I don't know if Tenzi was included by that, but I know Asher has seen giant spiders many times.
They're like, hey again, guys. Can I please have extra attacks for Anatar and Karanglor? Hopefully they won't need them, but just in case.
Alright, here's one for Anatar and one for Karanglor.
Oh, and I forgot to roll quickness. Oh, I'm on the ruler, that's why I can't click anything.
And of course, the spiders could also beat the initiative that you roll, so.
Sure.
Hey, they can be fast. Okay, is anyone still rolling?
1 second.
And these spiders move pretty quick. They're moving at 18. Oh, wow. This token's settings are old. Let's see. I don't remember how to. I don't remember how to move the bars. Oh yeah, location is bottom overlapping. That's right. There we go. Edit token properties. Alright. Is anyone still rolling? Here we go. Ascending order. Time now is 5 a.m. September 17th. And Caranglor.
The spiders are still way far away, so he's gonna wait for them to get closer.
Alright. Anatar.
Same.
Alright. One of the huge spiders actually wins initiative over your spells. Let's see, the one in the middle is going to move 18 squares. Forward. And the next one on the bottom is going to move 18 squares. Forward-ish.
Actually, they are close enough for Anatar, maybe Caranglor to hit now, but seeing the casters all gearing up, they'll tight.
Alright. Shandrak. Probably hit 2 with that fireball. Maybe.
They're pretty far away now.
I think range on a fireball is pretty long.
No, the range is, but like the AoE. I think I'm gonna let the other one move first.
Okay. And he just happens to be next, so or it. Let's see. And 18 squares right there.
Alright, well, I'll see what I can do. I'll throw out the fireball.
Okay. Spell AoEs. Wizard 3. Fireball. Okay, there's your fireball template. You can go ahead and move it around.
Ah, yoicks. Okay, well, in that case... I think I'll get The southern one seems the most far away relatively, so I'll just aim for the southern one.
All right. Boom.
And legs go flying everywhere.
Yeah. 38 fire damage. I think even if he saved, he would still die. So that one is gone. And you get 150 points divided by your classes. All right, Musashi.
Hearing the explosion, Musashi will come out of the tower, see the spiders, and move to here. And then he'll wait till the end of the round. If one comes to him, he'll swing it.
All right, Tenzi.
Same thing for Tenzi. He's not going to move, though.
All right, Zalmond. All right, real quick shout out to Watch Your Pants and Thacker Tuesday. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
He moved out. He's doing the same thing.
All right, Jim.
Jim is gonna hang out where he is for now, but I will take this opportunity to move Anatar here. Looks like 17 squares will get him there. Turn around. And what's going on this guy?
All right. They are shieldless. So your -5 hits AC 6. They're medium creatures, so you cause 18 damage and one shot. Go and describe how you cut it to pieces.
He like comes running up, and he moves pretty fast. He's got like a bound in his step, and so he like just gracefully puts the thing right through the thing's thorax, and he says, "That's enough spiders!"
All right. Weird. I don't even see his turn on the turn order tracker.
He was saving his turn from earlier.
Okay. Oh, that's right. He was waiting. Gotcha. All right. Anyone else who was waiting want to go? And you said Jim was waiting?
Yeah, Jim's not really up to anything.
Okay.
Karen Glor's waiting, but he's too far, so I'm probably just gonna change his initiative at the end if
Okay.
any of them are still alive.
All right. Brine Druid.
He will do a breath weapon.
Oh, dang. You rolled the worst possible initiative for his breath weapon. That's funny. Go ahead and roll damage, because I'm pretty sure that's going to hit. I mean,
Yeah.
he's got like a 90-foot range on it. Yeah. Definitely within range.
Oh, that's wrong. I'm gonna delete that Breath of Fire real quick because it's in the way of Rendered's token.
And let's see, gets a save. Versus spell. They count as, you know what, 25 fire damage. Even with, yeah, even with the save, he's gone. So go ahead and describe how you take him out with your breath weapon.
Yeah, the thing just like chars and then goes and then rolls on its back and like its little legs go in. And he says, "Someone feed the dinosaur."
All right. So combat is over. And first up is Asher and Company.
Asher will
Post
come out of
combat.
invisibility. Like, kind of clap her hands like a coach, like, "Good job, team! Like, good effort out there."
Try to sneak up on us before daybreak.
You have got to get out of this swamp. This is a terrible place.
Good thing you saw some hills.
Yeah, and she looks back that direction and says, "They look much nicer."
All right. End of round. And next up is Tenzi and Company. Uh-oh.
Oops, I'm sorry. Tenzi and Astro go back on guard duty. Musashi kind of grumbles that he ran out of here for nothing, and it's all been followed back into the.
All right. And Chandrak and Company.
Yeah, Chandrak will just look at the rising sun and hide in shadows for the last couple hours before we head off.
All right. And one more time for Asher and Company.
Yeah, we'll just start thinking about getting ready and looking forward to the Heroes Feast.
Okay. So you have your Heroes Feast and cast all your daily spells, and 7 o'clock rolls around. And you guys start your march. And it looks like you're really close to the edge of the swamp right now. Probably, yep, about 3 miles from the edge. Let's see. I gotta roll encounters for the 17th. Encounters. Special. Oriental Adventures and Temperate Swamp. Still summer. Alright, the weather goes becalmed, and your flying creatures have no issues. There's no precipitation, so it's a bright sunny day in the swamp. No wind to speak of. And so I have to roll for hills, because you're going into the hills. September 17. Summer. Okay. So I believe you're moving at 24, correct?
Yes.
Okay, 24. How many miles till the party leaves the current terrain? That was 3 miles. In which terrain is swamp? Into which terrain is hills? Rolling hills. Not the high hills. Alright, you're able to get 15 miles today. And let's see, at 7. So no encounter at 7 to 10, which is your first 3 hours. So you get out of the swamp into the hills. And then at see, I'm going to move the token first, so that's 15 miles. Right about there. And lo and behold,
Ooh.
looky there. Okay.
Oh.
While you're traveling through the hills, you have an encounter at 2 p.m. Let's see. Let's do Temperate Hills C.
I've enjoyed on this map that even during travel we've come across at least one point of interest almost every session. That was cool.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, so you guys are headed to the southwest. Go ahead and delete your mounts that you don't have with you. So I had to copy from the whatchamacallit. And these creatures are going to give you +3 to your surprise roll, so you're definitely not going to be surprised. And you guys give them a +1, because I think you're in excess of 10 creatures, but not 20. Alright, so there's no surprise, and you're in the hills. So encounter distance is right on the edge. So you can hear...
In fact, we should have sprung for the stealth dinosaur.
you can hear like a rumbling of a force coming from the east. A force of creatures. Like marching in unison. and you can hear their like cadence "Hut, hut," in some foreign language. What languages do you guys speak?
Iron Druid speaks animal languages. Asher speaks Elvish. Tar speaks something else.
Yeah, Gargamon has, of course, Common and Minotaur. And Elvish for Ryer.
Yeah, and Tar speaks Eladrin. Planar Common. Barbarian.
And I still have Beatazu, lower planar common.
Okay.
Astral knows all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ashriel Ashriel recognizes this language.
He brings out his blade, a flaming greatsword.
Exercise.
Also, there's evil afoot.
Asher waves a hand like, what else is new? Remember that time when we met a nice caravan of merchants and they just sold us some camels? Those were the days.
The only caravan I've seen, the one that was a caravan of like people that were kidnapped and being enslaved.
Dark times, my friend.
Okay. So, yep, you can hear a force of orcs.
What direction is the sound coming
From the east.
from? Okay, I see.
Are we rolling initiative now?
Yep, go ahead and roll initiative.
I'm gonna roll a spell, but I don't know the range on it, so I may change my mind.
There we go.
That'll do.
Shandrak begins conjuring with his staff when he calls out Ashrael.
Astral nod.
Oh, okay. So you guys can actually see the orcs on the map, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I put down contour lines for these hills around you that you can't see. I should
Ah.
probably. Let's see. I'm gonna change the contour lines on top to be one way, so that you can see down but not up. And I'll change that if there's like a reason to, I guess.
Okay, so if we can't see them, then I'm gonna change some of my initiatives.
Yeah, there's a hill in the way for the most part. Yeah, it's difficult to do hills because they don't have dynamic lighting lines that have. What they need to make is dynamic lighting lines you can't see through unless you're within like 10 feet of them. Like if you're within 2 squares of the line, then you can see through it. That would be great for different elevations, because all they have so far is lines you can't see, that you can't pass through, lines you can't see that lines you can see through that you can't pass through, lines you can't lines you can't see that you can't pass through, lines that you can't see through and you can't pass through, and then doors and windows, I guess. I could make a big ass door line that you could open when you get close enough. I don't know. Yeah, they still got some work to do with dynamic lighting lines. But this one hill over here is 10 feet high. The other hills are 10 feet high, but they are, like, you can go around them. Obviously, there's, like, a ramp going upward right here.
Okay, that was my question. Is it 10 foot high but walkable, or you gotta climb?
This is 10 foot high but walkable. This one right here is 10 foot high, but you gotta climb. So these, like, these walls, you should be able to see the walls. This one is a double high wall, because it's 10 feet to get from here to here, and then 10 feet up walkable from here to here. But from here to here, it's 20 feet climb.
Gotcha.
So, but each hill is 10 feet. Each level of hills, that is 10 feet. Because they're about 2 squares wide. So I just made them 10 feet high. And then sometimes there's 2 levels stacked on top of each other, which is a 20-foot climb. Okay. So that's, I think the only 20-foot climbs on the whole map are... Oh, you know what? From here to here is a 20-foot climb, but from here to here is 30 feet. Because it's 3 layers on top of each other. You got the ground layer here. There's 1 layer right there. A second layer right here. And then a 3rd layer on top. So that one's 30 feet high. These other ones, the regular ones, are 10 feet around you. This is a ramp going up 10 feet. And then there's a 10-foot climb from here to here. And then you can't see it, but there's another layer over here. So to go from here to here is 20-foot climb. Okay. I think that's about it. Is everyone finished re-rolling?
I keep changing my mind. Oh, yeah, what can I reroll for Jim?
And then, does anyone want multiple attacks? Because I know Musashi's got a bow, and he can shoot like 3 times around.
Yeah, he can't really see anything yet, so he's just going to move and hope.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
Alright. Is anyone still rolling? Alright. Oh, I forgot. I forgot something. Just one thing. What's going on here? There we go. Alright. Time now is... Whoops. That was... what was it? 10 a.m.?
That looks.
2 p.m., I think.
Yes, 2 p.m. on the 17th. So 2 p.m. September 17, 11 AE 5. Ascending. Shandrak has a 0 initiative somehow. I'm just gonna delete that. I don't get how you could get a 0 initiative. Do you already have a spot on the turn order tracker somewhere? I'm assuming you do. And that I accidentally gave you that.
It looks like it does.
0 and 5.21.
Looks like I go after Musashi. I don't see the 0.
Okay.
Me neither.
That might be from the other map. Oh, that means I have to go back and delete those tokens real quick. That was on Temperate Swamp B, I think. Yeah. Okay. There we go. And then GM layer. Okay. Sending. So time now 2 p.m. Yeah, sunlight's on. Okay. First up is Musashi.
Musashi moves. and moves his full movement, stops there, and has his sword and his Wakazana sheet and his katana out ready in case something attacks.
Okay. Chandrak.
Chandrak turns to Ashriel, and I forgot I could do this, but I can. Enlarge is not a touch spell, so I fire a beam out of my wand and enlarge Ashriel.
Nice. Fine. Enlarge. Yeah, range is 150 feet for Chandrak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to fix that. It should be longer than 150 feet, apparently. All right. Fine. Enlarge. And you cast it on who?
Ashriel?
Okay. You memorized his height?
Yeah, it was 72 last time.
Okay. So he becomes... Let's see, 72 was a large creature? Let's see, Monsters
he's almost 12
Manual.
feet. And he's almost 12 feet tall.
And that allows them to hold 2 swords at one time, right?
Two
Really
two hidden swords at one
He's-
time.
Yeah, he's exactly...
Badass.
He's exactly 12 feet tall, right? At 144
It's a great target
inches.
for that spell.
Yeah, 144 times, or 12 times 12 is 144. So that's 12 feet tall, exactly. That's the outer limit of large. So you effectively doubled his height. And if I remember correctly, that is the outer limit of the enlarged spell, is everything can be doubled. Size and damage, right? But the range can be further than level 10. Okay. So that is Shan. Did you cast that out of a spell slot or out of your staff?
Oh yeah, that was staff. That should be 45 round.
Go ahead and recast it at level 6.
Level 9, right?
Yeah, sorry. 6 is wand, staff is 9, rod is 12. Okay. Yeah, 9th level. Go ahead and... So you're 136 inches tall. Slash R 136 divided by 12. It's 11 feet tall, which is still large sized. Okay. And you do 1.9 times weapon damage. Not double. Chandrak's staff in large on Ashriel. And that's +1. Enter. And duration 45 rounds. -45. So Ashriel looks like he just ate a magic mushroom and goes boom 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 and grows to almost double in size. Arahil.
Yeah, just rolled for movement, so he will fly away from the sound. Kinda head over. Yeah, he'll kind of land on this embankment here.
All right.
Peace, guys.
Brian Druid.
Yeah, he's going to move toward the sound, or where Musashi is. Where's Musashi? Ah, thank you. I didn't actually need to be flying. I'll take that off.
So your flying creatures would be able to actually see the orcs.
Okay.
Was Brian Druid walking or flying?
He generally flies when we travel, so I guess he was flying.
All right, so you can see the center of their group is right over here.
Okay.
They have a guy that's kind of obviously the leader. I marked him with a brain. So he looks like this. Okay, he's got 3 assistants with him. So he and the 3 assistants are wielding these huge axes. And then the regular orcs, you know, they're just like a ragtag bunch. There's a guy with a glaive. 2 orcs with battle axes. They look like that. There's one that has a crossbow, and 2 that have short bows. And then, what was it? There's one that has sword and flail, and for the lack of a better token, that's what he looks like. Looks like he's got a slingshot, but he's got a sword and flail. So it's a long sword in his right hand and a flail in his left hand.
Okay. Even though Brian Druid can see them and probably could get close enough soon, I think he knows better than to like 3 or 4 rounds of travel ahead of the group, so he's gonna land there.
All right. Jim.
He will also travel with the group.
And from what you guys know of orcs, I think Asher has encountered. I think you've all encountered orcs before. They're,
Yeah, I don't
pretty
remember.
weak. They're pretty weak. They're like almost like a regular human. They're so frail.
Yeah, I think it was orcs that had that caravan of slaves.
Ah.
Yeah. This one doesn't have a caravan, or this group. So Jim moves, or?
Yeah.
Okay, Bombosa.
Also moves.
And Karanglar.
Also moves.
And Asher.
Also moves.
Okay, Ashriel.
Asriel will fly up until he's high enough to be able to see him.
He gets a deep burning desire to kill them all as soon as he sees them.
Yeah. Yep. So he's gonna innately cast Meteor Swarm.
All right.
We'll call it a day.
Yeah, let's call it a day. They're well within range, and your minimum damage, I think, is well beyond their saving throws. So I'm just gonna give you XP now. To make a long story short, you just annihilate them with Meteor Swarm, and they die.
As he flies up, he says, "Thank you, my son," to Shandrak for the spell, and just looks over there, and meteors fly towards them.
Okay,
That
so
definitely
it's
helps. It's not a
7
foregone
orc.
conclusion at all.
Orcs are worth pretty few XP. Your standard orc is worth 15. So there's 7 standard orcs worth 15. Player characters is only 3 today. How many NPCs does Asher have that gain XP? 6. And then Tenzi, how many XP?
2.
2. So 8. And then Shandrak. Shandrak, you there?
3. Sorry about that.
Okay, so that's 11.
But I just realized I don't think it's going to make a huge difference to any of us, but we did not get XP for the 3 spiders.
That is right. So I'll do XP for that right now. Number of creatures defeated was all 7. Hit dice per creature is 1. Number of warriors and bards in the party, I believe, was 8, but I will.
I have 4.
I have 2.
I got 2. Bard and a warrior.
Yeah, it was 11 NPCs and 8 warriors and bards. Because Dante was not included in that, it doesn't change. What did change was number of player characters, which is only 3. Okay, and then there were 4 leaders. The assistants count as leaders themselves. They're just as strong as the leader. They're worth 35 each. So 4 in total. Leader, assistant, 35. 3 player characters, 11 NPCs. Creatures defeated was all 4. They have more hit dice than usual, I think. Oh, nope, just 1. Huh, what does a regular orc have? One. Weird. Oh, I think it's because they have a full hit die. That's right. Yeah, orc leaders have a full hit die automatically, and regular orcs you have to roll. Or whatever. Hit dice per creature is 1. Number of warriors and bards in the party was 8. Okay, and then spider. Huge. Alright. So there were 3. Huge. Spider. They are worth 270 each. 3 player characters, 11 NPCs. All 3 of them were defeated. They have 2 hit dice. Warriors and bards was 8. Just clean up this map and bada bing. Back on the Central Adria map.
Thank you.
So find September 17. Actually, just find hills. Nope.
Can we take a quick break?
Yep. We've been playing for almost 2 hours without a break, so let's take a 5-minute break. So for our viewers, I got 3 minutes of pre-roll ads, and we'll come back 2 minutes after the pre-roll ads have finished. So here we go on a fiver. Be right back. All right, I think I'm like 2 minutes late. Sorry about that. All right,
Yes.
so we've got all of our XP up to date, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. And um, September 17th. Is that Gargamon's birthday? September 17th?
That is October 21st.
Okay. All right. So you guys find a suitable camping spot. And during the night, well, it's actually 6 a.m. the next day, so that is, say, 2 p.m. Was that Hills C? And you get up into the hills. C. I know I have more than just C. Find hills. There we go. Temperate Hills B. Alright. So you find a suitable place to camp on this map. Same soundtrack, so it stopped. So go ahead and delete your mounts and set up a suitable camp. Your next encounter is at 6 a.m. the following morning, so it's like right before you guys leave.
More
So
spiders.
I gotta look up if that's during the Heroes Feast. I might fuck it up.
Oops.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I'm eating the Heroes Feast, so
Boo!
So yeah, it would be during the Heroes Feast, huh? If it's at 6 a.m.
I gotta look up if that needs to be uninterrupted.
Looks like we end Heroes Feast at 6 a.m.
Oh, good. So we're all a little bit bloated, but we've eaten.
Okay. There we go.
Which at least reminds me, because sometimes I forget. Under the effects of Heroes Feast, don't forget to add your bonuses.
Right. We are blessed.
Yeah. So immune to fear, hopelessness, and panic.
One time. Right?
No,
Or-
that's you're thinking of courage or something? Heroes Feast
Oh.
is better.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Bravery. I think it's bravery. Yeah, I don't even cast it anymore because
bravery,
Heroes
I
Feast
think.
is like better. Way better. Which most of our encounters happen in the evening though, so it wears off after 12 hours.
Not this one.
Not this one.
Not today. And there we go. One of my macros was not showing up for this encounter. Okay. All right. And you guys get +2 to your surprise. They get +1. And there's no surprise, and you're in the hills. So off to the northeast, you can feel another rumble. Only this rumble is of hoofbeats. And you can see cresting the hill to the northeast.
Oh,
Wild horses come up over the hill just as you finish your hero's feast.
Oh.
And you can see their silhouettes in the sunlight. Cresting the hill. And go ahead and roll base size initiative. For your PCs, that is. All right. See, by now the enlarge would have worn off. Time now is 6 a.m. on the 18th. First up is Tenzi and Company. Michael, are you there?
Yeah, the group, my group looks over and sees the horses coming, and are they like galloping or just kind of trotting along?
They're galloping.
So stupid.
So we're just gonna watch them, and Tenzi will wonder to himself if Yond is gonna be having some breakfast.
Shandrak and Company.
Yeah, after finish on up, Gargamond does come up, and after seeing that commotion, and he'll get on Young, just to get on him and control him. But he's just gonna watch the horses, and he's gonna let him pass.
And Asher and Company.
Yeah, we'll dab our mouths with napkins after finishing the hero's feast and turn and check out these horses and see if they're gonna pass or cause a ruckus.
All right, so the wild horses, they kind of steer clear of your group a little bit. So they kind of go over. $43. Right about here. And there are loud splashes as they gallop through the stream. The stream is about 2 to 2.5 feet deep in places, and they splash water everywhere as they just kind of gallop right through it. And end of round. Time now is 6:01 a.m. and it's Tenzi and Company.
Yeah, we'll just turn and observe as they go by.
Shandrak.
As the horses pass us and get a little closer, Young looks at him and starts salivating. But Gargamon's like, now, you've had your breakfast. Let them go in peace.
They do look pretty tasty to Yang. Yang the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Hey, Asher and Company.
Yeah, they keep watching, and Brian Druid speaks to the horses and says, "Be well, and be careful. The monsters in this area."
Be careful, there may be monsters in this area. You never know. You never know.
Just go in groups. Take a buddy. Use the buddy system.
Use the buddy system. Anything else for Asher and Company?
That's all.
Okay. The horses continue galloping. And they change direction slightly as they get around your group. Time now is 6:02 a.m. You can hear them whinny as they pass, and the rumbling starts to subside as they get further and further away, up the hill to the south. Tenzi and Company.
Just watch them, continue to watch them pass.
All right. Shandrak and Company.
Shandrak will turn to Brian Druid and say, "Oh, can you speak to horses?"
I speak with all animals.
Oh, well, tell him. Maybe we should tell him to avoid the swamp. That's the most dangerous part, right?
You'll tell him.
And they'll just keep watching the horses go.
One of the horses
Could
responds.
feasibly speak to Yong.
Oh my god.
One of the horses responds. To Brindered. Actually, a couple of them, like in chorus. And it sounds like they're kind of singing as they respond. And they say,
We will avoid the swamp. Especially because the temple there is guarded by dragons.
I didn't make out the last little bit. The temple there is what?
Guarded by dragons. Guarded by dragons.
Oh!
Was that giants or dragons?
Dragons.
Yeah. Roger, it'll tell everybody.
Okay, well,
You may never see them, but they are called the Pan-Long Dragons.
and lung. Is this an Adrian dragon? Shandrak asked Musashi.
oh, yeah, he says,
Yes, this Panlong dragon is legendary aquatic dragon.
Oh my god, we're gonna fight a water dragon!
Oh boy.
They are similar to the river dragon, the Shenlong. Only smaller and thinner.
okay. Asher and Company.
Yeah, Brandre was gonna ask for a description of the dragon, but it sounds like Musashi is well aware. Thanks the horses and just waits for them to finish passing.
They are, of course, legendary creature. I have only ever seen them in scrolls and wall murals.
Okay, so Brandre will turn to the horses and say, is there anything you could tell me about these dragons?
Seems like they're a little too far away now to hear you. And the horses run off over the southwest hill. There were 24 of them. And a wild horse. Has 2 hit dice. They are worth 35 XP. 24. Wild horse. 35 each. 3 player characters. 11 NPCs that earn XP. None of them were defeated, so hit dice don't matter. And an hour goes by and you guys pack up and get out to traveling through the hills. It's a new day.